To all those who grew up in the 1990s, what was life like? Get home from school, lie and say I had no homework, go ride bikes or hang out in the treehouse with neighborhood kids until it got dark. Go home, eat dinner, watch cartoons or play video games. Lay in bed with anxiety because I didn't do my homework. Rinse and repeat. It's hard for me to separate what was just rose-colored due to childhood or real. The world just felt safe, technology seemed to be making things better and better. It's also weird to think that most people were not reachable at all times. Cell phones were just catching on, and even if you had one you saved your minutes for emergencies or waited for nights, weekends. Staying out playing in the front yard until dark. Yes, the cliche was true. We played Jurassic Park a lot and made up dances to the Spice Girls. My personal favorite was Ghost in the Graveyard, but it sounds like that may be a regional thing. What is something making human beings dumber in general? Bad parents. Lead poisoning. Possibly microplastics too. Oh, and don't forget about forever chemicals. Social media. Delicious Tide Pods. The Yosemite Park Ranger has a nice remark about why it's challenging to create a rubbish container that is bear-proof. The intelligence of the smartest bears and the most ignorant tourists overlap significantly. 24-hour news cycles. 100 years ago, mostly only things of merit got written down. Reading would educate you. Now, everything is recorded. Every dumb thing ever. The age of information means we're inundated with useless crap, lies, etc. that plays a huge role in this. Non-existent parents. All that lead in shit back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Serious, what are some signs you can tell from early on that someone who appears to be friendly and polite is actually a bad person? A nice person would never have to reassure someone that they're nice. They take pity on you, or treat your struggles like a spectacle. It's superiority disguised as empathy. Some signs that someone who appears to be friendly and polite is actually a bad person are they tend to be manipulative and use flattery to get what they want from others. They can be two-faced, saying one thing to your face and then something different behind your back. They gossip and spread rumors about others. They are often jealous of others and try to put them down. They can be controlling and demanding, expecting others to always agree with them. When there's a problem, they don't look for process solutions. They only search for who to blame. Serious single people. What is something you like about being single? I like the freedom that comes with being single. I don't have to worry about compromising my own desires to accommodate someone else's needs, and I get to choose how I spend my time and prioritize things that I find important. Big bet all mine. Nothing. I mean, I've been single for 10 years or so. It was so beautiful, peaceful during the first few years. But recently I can finally feel the loneliness slowly creeping in. I don't want to be alone anymore. It's hard. But to each their own. You can do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Sometimes I like just doing nothing or going somewhere with no real end goal. There is no tension for a Valentine's Day gift. Can instantly decide to backpack without thinking about coming back home for a week. It's so carefree. The only messes I need to clean up are my own. What is a luxury item that people consider a basic need? Good toilet paper, man. In NZ, period products are still taxed as luxury items despite campaigns to overturn it. In my experience, many people see airplane flight as something close to a human right. I find it extremely privileged to be able to ride airplanes at all, not even considering annually like others. A $15,000 wedding ring, brand new iPhone, restaurant food, flavored beverages, alcohol and drugs, almost any subscription service, pre-made meals in most cases, bottled water, teeth, apparently expensive coffee. Anyone else hate showering? You like being clean, you like the feeling after the shower, but you hate having to have the shower to get clean? First I hate having to get into the shower. Then I hate having to come out of the shower, embarrassed smiley face. On the contrary, I look forward to the shower experience. Showering is soothing and refreshing, never draining. I don't mind showering, I just hate having to get undressed and naked. Struggling to raise the effort to wash can be a sign of depression. I hate using the bathroom after I feel dirty again. Smiley face. Showers are the best thing ever invented. What do you mean? Yes, I can relate to this. Taking a shower feels like just another thing in a long list of tasks I have that day. Yes. Solution: bath time. Most read question ever. No, I love standing in warm water. Nah, that shit feels good. What do you want it to normalize? My database. I want it to run fast. Ads on everything all the time. Recording every fucking thing that happens in your life on your phone. Acting like it is okay for toddlers to be exposed to the internet or screens so much. Thinking you know everything about topics you know fuck all about. Planned obsolescence in consumer electronics. My $750 phone should not be a janky POS after 3 years. Filming charity acts. I used to make excuses that it brings awareness to these issues, but it can be handled in a more professional way than filming homeless people crying for YouTube. Attempting to elevate one's stature by actively diminishing others. Volume at full blast in public. People touching your stuff without asking. So rude. The phrase normalize followed by something super normal and widely accepted. So often I see people say shit like normalize taking naps or whatever. Rape in jail. Rape. If there was a vote for one person to receive immortality, who would win? If memory serves, there's a guy whose DNA contains a mutation that makes his blood a treatment for some deadly disease. I don't remember the particulars, but he gives blood basically as often as practical and has already saved something like 2 million lives. That guy, most likely the most undeserving asshole possible. My old boss, Hamish. So he can watch humanity go extinct and have a miserable eternity. That dude in India with the feeding program feeding 2 million kids a day or something. Really comes down to who would you want to live with, Keith Richards. That one guy's dead wife. Me. WTF? I would vote for my worst enemy as a punishment. You won't be able to rest and will see all the people you love die, one after the other, even your own children, and the children of your children, in a non-stop everlasting nightmare. What are some behaviors that scream unintelligence? Attacking the person instead of the argument. Not being curious about things and not caring about learning about anything. When you no longer use reason, but start using volume to win your arguments. Try to pick your nose, accidentally punch yourself in the face. Bragging about not reading. I'm not sure if you can reliably judge intelligence based solely on behavior, but people who try to board the train while others are exiting score pretty fucking high in my book. Plastering your property, cars, boats, house, etc. with political flags, stickers, and slogans. Calling yourself an influencer and demanding special treatment. Not being willing to admit when they are wrong, and always deflecting their mistakes instead of owning up. Saying I don't know how to do that with a tone that says and I don't want to learn. Do it for me. Do it for me. What is something acceptable in women but frowned upon in men? Using toys for masturbation purposes. I never have, but have heard many responses towards those who have. Always been double-sided. Having big boobs. Playing with kids. If you are a male, somehow they will think you are a pedo. Expressing to another person how someone's behavior hurt you. I saw my sister speak about something that was upsetting her and I think I genuinely felt jealous when I realized I would never feel safe enough to express how I felt to anyone else. I just feel as a man I'd be seen as weak for doing so. Being a stay-at-home parent. Being a domestic violence victim. When my friend was assaulted by his wife, some of our friends were like, he probably started it. Many people don't believe women can be vicious and men can be domestic violence victim. Talking to strangers' kids. What are you most happy about over the last year? I fixed my years of insomnia and finally feel like a human. Bought my first house with my husband. I survived 2 strokes on November 6th, and am on the road to recovery. I feel profound relief and happiness every time I consider how bad it could have been. My twin brother beat pneumonia, COVID and then cancer. Quitting smoking, 14-year addiction to nicotine gone. That was in April, and just ran my first half marathon in the beginning of this December. Glad to have my life back and fully living my healthiest life. Huge turnaround from my depression that followed my 2020 divorce. For anyone hurting from heartbreak, it can get so much better. My savings account. Over the last 4 or 5 months I have consistently worked out without skipping a day. I take rest days though. I'm just glad I built that kind of discipline. No longer depressed. What do you wish didn't exist? Child pornography, mosquitoes, cancer. Cancer sucks. Mental illness, depression, cancer, dementia, pedophiles, corruption, greed, terrorism. Mental illness, gravity, it's always pulling me down. Autoimmune diseases, all of them. Because they all suck donkey dick. Cigarettes, I fucking can't. It's basically torture, even though I always try to stay away from them as much as possible. My mother smokes. My brothers smoke, my sister smokes, everyone except my dad, like they also smoke in the car. I also tried cigarettes a few times, but it's just disgusting. It tastes like flavorless shit. Everyone at my job smokes. My friends all smoke. Literally 90 of people I know smoke. I hate it. Me. Social media, rapists, racism, cancer, gluten intolerance, fatigue and IBS. My motherfucking anxiety, Kardashians. How would you get a small cylinder 5.1 inches length, 4.5 inches girth unstuck from a mini M&M's tube filled with butter and microwaved mashed banana? Reddit trolls, this is what you should be aspiring to. It's clever, everyone gets a laugh, and it's not at anyone's expense. LMFAO. The comments op replies with are hilarious. It's your dick, bro. You stuck your dick in an M&M tube of butter. Go take a cold shower and relax. If the small cylinder has blood flow, do jumping jacks to shrink the cylinder. If not, making everything cold should help. The butter, even when solid, will be a lubricant and you should be able to pull it out. This is Gold Jerry. Gold. Bro, did you get your dick stick in a M&M tube? Wait. What do you think is a complete waste of money? Extended warranty on low-cost goods. Little edible gold flakes on food. Internet service providers that still don't offer unlimited data plans. Buying a new phone every year. Reddit awards. Flags proclaiming how much you like or hate a certain political candidate. Controversial opinion on Reddit but funk pops. Smoking, vaping. Skins. Food delivery through apps such as Uber Eats, Foodora, DoorDash, etc. Inflated menu prices to cover the cost of the platform cut and then the platform's service fees? Nah. I'm good. Edit y'all. I said delivery through apps. Delivery existed before these platforms and delivery can exist without M. Obedience school for cats. A blue dot on Twitter. On Twitter. Be honest, how attractive would you say you are? When I look in the mirror. 710. When I look at some pics of me 410. Two older ladies told me I looked so handsome and distinguished, so right now I'm feeling like a 1010. Y'all be careful not to ruin my high. Not at all. I'm about as good looking as an iguana who got hit in the face with a wok. I'm a solid 2 but my wife likes me, so whatever. Attractive enough to notice women checking me out, but none approached me yet. Without the gut, I'd say a 7. With the gut, I'd say an 8. 410 on the streets, 910 in the sheets. Oh, Excel, whatever would I do without your constant validation? Around my mid-20s I thought I could be a pretty hot item if I started working out a little more diligently. Then I don't know what the hell happened. The brakes fucking fell off and the chassis caught on fire. Imma 1 million. I love myself, I'm so lonely. Do you think female hygiene products should be free or at least more affordable? Why or why not? They are absurdly expensive. They have increased 500 in the past 10 years. They're free in Scotland. They should be tax-free. They should be like toilet paper, freely available in any public restroom, including places like schools, office buildings, bars, etc. Owner must provide just like toilet paper. But yeah, if you go to the store and buy a box, there's a cost. Should be kept as low as possible because this is a necessity, not a luxury item. They should be free in public bathrooms like toilet paper and paper towels are. Why can't they be free but with ads on them? I grew up as the eldest daughter of a single father. I wish at least they would be free at public schools. I remember saving my birthday money and making the long trek to the local pharmacy by bike because I didn't know how to ask for them. How do you shut your brain off at night? Ashwagandha gummies and sound bath for sleep tracks. I've got a new position at work and I can't seem to sleep. I've tried everything. I cut down my screen time, I've been reading books before bed, I've used OTC sleeping meds and even alcohol, but I can't seem to make myself tired enough to sleep. Had insomnia from my brain not shutting off at night my whole life. Turns out I had a histamine intolerance. Went on an OTC enzyme. No more zippy brain in bed. Medication. Excessive amounts of alcohol alone. Classical music usually helps me. I mean, Bird Dog and Bud Light is my go-to. Throw in a chaser and you should be good after 7 or 8 dogs and a case. I take trazodone every night. I listen to stand-up comedy. Cats on my feet. I usually do the Control-Alt-Delete and force shutdown. Seems to work most of the time. What cranks your anxiety to 100? Large groups of people I don't know. A phone call from an unrecognized mobile number. We need to talk. Being in a vehicle with a reckless driver. High-stakes professional situations, for example job interviews. My anxiety was off the charts right before my grad school interview. Political world news. Thinking about work. Conflict of any kind. Nope. Can't do it. Staring into the pitch black dark for 30 seconds feeling like something is watching me. Is that just me? Uninvited guests, people visiting unannounced, even if they were my best friend. Can I ask you a question? My bank account. Being hungover. Like, everything. Opening up gifts in front of others. What cuisine do you find highly overrated? High-end cupcakes. Gold-flaked cuisine. Oh, I forgot. Whatever that Salt Bae guy peddles. Anything that's depicted in commercials that has people rolling their eyes as they eat it. Cupcakes never taste as good as they look. A baked and frosted lunch. None of them. I'm pretty much a human garbage disposal and need my 3,000 daily calories to break even. Soylent Green. Foam. Steakhouse food. It's some of the simplest food to learn to make, and all the recipes are easily found online. The only hard part is finding a good butcher. As an American, any American restaurant eatery without a specialty. It's all bar food that's slightly better than actual stereotypical bar food. Chili's, Cheddars, Logan's etc. Hell, actual bar food is probably better, honestly. What is annoying you right now? The fact that past me thought future me would like an early morning dental appointment on a Saturday. Your username. People. I'm laying on my bed under the ceiling fan. It's a little chilly, but if I put my covers on I'll be hot. If I turn the fan off I'll be hot. My parents quarrel. My 2yo being up at 6 a.m. New job. Everything I thought it was is falling apart. Broken promises, no idea on my position anymore, and pushback from every direction. Society. Everyone. I hate people. Girls. How to pronounce your username? Yogi Gifts 1. My ex. Always my ex. I went for a run a couple days ago, tried to be cute and jumped to reach a branch that was dangling above me. Messed up the landing and now my leg is full of ouch. Reddit mods and their gay ass ways. My dingbat of a boss. People. Boss.